Hey everybody, and welcome to another Shockana Toy Reviews Aww Shucks series. I'm Mr. Berg, next to me is
Toast.
And today we are reviewing Spero Studios Animal Warriors of the Kingdom Deluxe Series 1 figures. There were, I think, 6 available. My buddy and I ordered some. This is Belarus. We're going to take a look at them today.
Sounds good.
All right, so who did you say this was?
Belarus?
Belarus?
Maybe.
For those of you who don't know, Spero Studios, this wave is their second or third Kickstarter. I believe they did one version of 3 3/4 inch guys. Anthropomorphic monkey alien lion guys that failed, and then they retooled it and did it a second time, and that went through. I don't have an example of one because they came out 2-3 years ago now, and I couldn't find the box to bring them for samples. I actually did look. This is their second successful Kickstarter of deluxe big ass gorilla ape guys, all based on the similar theme that humans either didn't exist or whatever, and everything grew up to be Planet of the Apes style monkeys, lions, Thundercats things. This guy is crazy cyber gorilla dude. Obviously, they're customizable. They pop apart and stuff, and you can swap out their heads, arms, legs,
as seen in accessories.
As far as sculpt and paint go, it's pretty basic painting wise. You can see there he's got his teeth and his eye patch and his red eye, and then on his chest the flesh is gray with some spotted details, and then basically the rest of him is just cast in a solid black.
But what is painted is well done.
Yeah, and
the sculpt is good too.
The sculpt is good. For fur, it looks very nice. And of course, part of the reason that I wanted this guy, because he kind of's got that Hellboy weird, messed up Nazi robot sculpt look going on with this crazy giant robotic arm.
Do you have a 3 3/4 Hellboy?
I do. I have a 3 3/4 inch movie Hellboy.
Nice.
I have a couple actually. Could they have put some more paint, like maybe flesh tones where there's flesh on his hands and feet? Maybe. They do on other guys, just not this particular one. But this is the one we're looking at. The silver paint, or it might just be cast in that plastic. I don't know. I can't tell.
I guess that the shoulder bit could be glued on.
He basically looks like a big gorilla thing. Yeah, so there you go. As far as articulation, he's got a ball jointed head and neck, double ball peg, and so he gets all kinds of awesome movement. Typical 360 shoulders. He's got total outward movement. There's like one click of, I don't know what, like, it's not really.
It's technically a soft ratchet, but it's kind of hard.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, and then he just has, elbow.
Single jointed
elbow. He's got a ball jointed wrist, swivel bicep. He's got crazy waist. He does get giant back gap or front gap.
Yeah, but you can see the double ball peg in there. Like
so
it produces a lot of movement.
He's got ball pegged hips, double jointed knees that get you all kinds of range, and then he's got ball jointed feet. He does not have an ankle swivel but you can move him around and get pretty much any kind of pose you want out of him for the most part. And same joints are on his robot arm. It also has the one ratchet. I don't know. Playing around with them, even though it's better than that, it kind of feels like they articulated one of those toys you'd get from the zoo. Those Plastorama, whatever they were. It's about that size.
I'm surprised, but okay. I get what you're saying.
I don't know. I always wanted those to be articulated, and this guy's about that size, and he's got a better sculpt. He's got actual paint on him, but, it's like, whatever. All right, and as far as accessories, one of the reasons I got this guy is because not only can he be whatever the hell animal this is, you can rip that off, and you can plug in that. You're not supposed to do that.
No.
This comes off. This unpegs in the back. If I can get that joint out, that would plug in, and then he would have two normal arms.
I didn't know the chest overlay was a separate piece.
Yep.
I mean, we just talked about that, but I didn't know that it was removable, that it was only pegged in.
Yep. Just pegged in.
So you can go full ape.
Yep. You can go full ape. If I could get this off. I don't know how to get this off at this point now. So there's that. But as I was saying, just stick that back up. Part of the reason I got this guy is because he came with a different head. And he comes with this, bison head.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Which, again, just has the red paint on the eyes and glossy black horns. But you can swap that on. And then he also comes with hoofed feet. So you can just... Again, we should probably heat these up because I don't want to break this guy. I personally got two of this guy so that I could swap the heads and have two figures. And then, as you saw, he comes with the robot claw hand. He also comes with whatever the hell this thing is.
It's the Apocalypse hand.
The Apocalypse. So he can, tighten all your nuts and bolts for you. And then, while you're doing Saturday work outside, you can also put on his saw attachment.
Hot rod hand.
That is pretty much it for accessories.
It's a good amount, and I think it adds a lot of variety to this guy.
And just for a sense of scale, 3 3/4-inch Marauder Task Force Theodore, Marvel Legends, Hoxpox Wolverine, Bellasaurus, Joy Toy Random Army Dude, and WWE The Fiend. So he's 6-inch. He's like 5.5. He's 3 3/4-inch. So he's about 5 inches tall. So here's all the ones that Topher and Berg bought. We got Thane. This is Bellasaurus, who we reviewed. This is a Horde Berserker. And this guy is Chamari Ultra.
I think they look fantastic.
And I'll show you just to see, on these guys, where they have the flesh painted on the hands and feet, they also have different sculpted hands. He has claws. He actually has ape hands and feet. Forgot to mention they all have peg holes. They all come with different assorted armors, but you can look like it's the same armor, just painted different.
As well as heads, feet, accessories.
Giant, yeah.
Weapons.
Yeah, they're available at SperoToys.com. I believe they're $33.
33.
Definitely go check them out. I'm going to give them 4 out of 5 hammers a piece. My only really complaint about them is I can't get that ball joint out of that arm without some pliers or hot water. Otherwise, I think they're great. I have some of the 3 3/4 inch normal guys who are just as good. I highly recommend them if you're into this type of figure.
So I suggested reviewing this guy because I thought the other guys all have armor. He had the least, I thought, so we'd be able to see and possibly move him the easiest. But I think none of the armor hinders articulation. And if we had opened one of the other ones that didn't have a swappable shoulder, then you wouldn't have encountered that issue yet.
Correct.
So I think that's just a one-off. And
because this guy, yeah, they're just, the shoulder just wraps around so it's movable.
Same ratchet.
Yep. And I think there's a comic or a whole mythos storyline that goes with them that is very cool looking, and the art is very cool, but I just wanted cool monkey toys because I like King Kong and Planet of the Apes and Thundercats. And
I think they are really cool monkey toys. I'm going to say 4.5 hammers. This is now my preferred scale, and I'm trying to limit toy purchases somewhat just to save myself some space, but I think this would be a good addition to any collection.
Speaking of not your preferred scale, my friend.
What do you have there?
Just starting in March 2021, they're now doing them in 6-inch scale, which is kind of a kick in my nuts because that is my preferred scale. And when they made them 3 3/4 inch, the one thing I said was, man, I have way more 6-inch guys that they would fight.
But you have a fair number of 3 3/4.
I have a ton of 3 3/4 inch, so they'll be just fine. But that dude looks awesome. I might still back it just to get a couple bigger ones, but I can't imagine how bigger they're if they do deluxe ones. We should also mention that there are weapon kits, so you can customize your guys and have different suits of armor and stuff. I think his name is Jason, is the main guy. He's the guy who runs the Kickstarter or always does all the mailing. He's a super nice guy. He's always forthcoming, and if you have a question, they answer it right away as soon as they know. And they ran into a buzzsaw because one of the factories closed or something, and they lost some molds, and they got really dicked over. And so part of the reason these guys took so long is because they had to switch factories
that
in
sucks.
the middle. And they were part of the original wave, deluxe Kickstarter stuff, and they lost some molds in it. So there's like 2 or 3 guys that are never coming out. And armor sets that aren't coming just because it would cost them more money in tooling to recreate all that stuff.
That's terrible.
So that's part of the hazards of not being Hasbro, but Hasbro would never make something like this.
True enough.
In today's day and age, like these are meant to be like the toys you grew up with in the 80s. They look like it. They're fun. And yeah, they got, like I've been saying, they literally have a 3 3/4 inch Lino guy, but he's not called Lino. He's awesome. He's my favorite of the non-deluxe guys.
Recommended.
That's
been it for this episode.
Yeah.
All of the social media stuff is in the show notes. Like and subscribe. Please leave us a comment.
Please. And don't forget to follow the Shakana Revolution. It's coming for you.
It's coming.